I had a whole range of experience. I was a pizza chef at a restaurant for about 4 years, and I worked in a law firm as well. I did work with that, but I found in my interviews, there was a lot of questions around, and I also did some tutoring too. There was a lot of questions around my other experiences, and I feel like the partners, and I think Lauren might agree with me on this, is that people, they don't just look at like legal experience, they look at any sort of varied, diverse experience that you might have. Because if you think about it, okay, yeah, I was making pizza for 4 years, but and you think, how does that relate even remotely to a law firm? But I was working with a team at the time, a team of other fellow pizza makers who and it was kind of just like, when it's busy, you gotta work as a team, you gotta coordinate and really communicate. There's a lot of skills that come from that, which HR and partners see that you might not think is actually valuable for a law firm, but it's actually very, very, very important to have those skills. And so it might not be law firm experience, but you might be developing those skills in other areas.
Yeah, I think it's really important to keep in mind, law is a business of relationships. This is a people industry. The relationships you have with your client are key. All the law firms in Sydney are excellent. They do excellent work. The lawyers that we have are wonderful. So I think the thing that you've really got to keep in mind is it's not just about what you can draft or review. Legal skills can be taught, right? Like uni is about sort of a theoretical foundation, but you can teach someone almost anything. So it's more about like, who are you as a person, and would you enjoy working here, and would you like to work here, and how can you demonstrate that? I think the pizza best way to reflect it. It's not about specifically what you've done, but it's just about what you can speak to, what you've learned from that experience. So I had a million questions about like my exchanges, but it was more like, oh, where did you travel to, and what foods did you have, and did you make lots of friends there? Like stuff that didn't feel like a formal interview. It felt much more casual, but it's that kind of stuff that you want to be able to speak to.
And it's so funny because obviously I kind of meet a lot of the students before they go into the interview, and naturally everyone's nervous and kind of not really sure what to expect. And when we're chatting beforehand, people are nervous and skeptical, and then afterwards we see them before they go on a tour of the office with their buddy or go for coffee. And it's like a whole different person comes back from the interview because they're like, oh, that is not what I expected at all, because the vibe is very much conversational.